Greetings, fellow citizens. I am the Senate Dude, and welcome back to Starfield. When we last left off, we went to Jemison, went to capture a guy. He killed himself. There was another guy who we thought was dead, but he's actually alive. Turns out he's also maybe an accused war criminal. What the hell? This is the Red Devil's headquarters, and this is the Deep Mines employee exit. Why is Hadrian over there? What the fuck?
I do not like the cold. It stiffens the joints, lowers reaction times.
Well, let's go over here. There we go. Alright, and now what we're going to do is we're going to get to Hadrian, talk to her, and we're probably going to tell her about that her dad is alive. Or her clone daddy. You know, like fucking Jango Fett to Boba. Yeah, so let's go. Hello! Hello! Apparently I've already been here before because that ammo box was looted. Oh, that's safe. Where's Hadrian at? Hadrian, where are you at? She's somewhere here.
This all made sense to someone, I am sure. I cannot tell you how any of it works.
Oh. Destroyed that, I did. How did I fire my gun? Oh, there's people over there, I think. Yeah, they're miners. They're good people.
Yes, what?
Don't mind if I take your shit? Alright. Well, this dude dead. This guy had Varun Heretic writings. Alright.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Alright, maybe she's actually inside the Red Devil headquarters. Alright, let's head on in.
Was told they're expecting you. Head on in.
Well, I'm gonna cut all that part out. Alright. That was a waste of time. Hadrian was here the whole time. I went another way. Oh, this place has artificial gravity. There's an amp. I went to the abandoned mines by accident.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, shit.
Misuse of scientific knowledge is why this place was shuttered the first time. I'm sure the UC doesn't want to go through that again.
Got a cred stick.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Captain, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back indeed. Let me look at the shit that you have here first so I can loot it, and then we'll talk. There's your personal computer. To be determined personal logs. Place to gather your thoughts when you've actually got time to gather your thoughts. See you again in 2430, I guess. One quick one. The past is the past. Do not let it slow you down, Hadrian, because right now there's work to be done. Oh, Hadrian's outfit! That's a unique outfit. Take that. Put that on one of the 6 fucking mannequins I have back at the place. Alright. You have anything else here? Oh. Okay, you got some spliced worms. Alright. Hello, Hadrian.
Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
Feels good, Major.
It should. You risked life and limb to earn it.
You've certainly earned it.
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them.
Okay. What the heck kind of monster eats Terramorphs?
Well, ate. They went extinct a few decades back. A big lumbering thing called an Aceles. Something I'd love to learn more about, if we had the people to look into it.
Alright, I can help you with that. I found your research team.
That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser?
What is it? What is it that's so special about this Kaiser?
Well, Kaiser's one of a kind. Special built for the sort of work we did. Dealing with unfriendly beasts in hostile environments. No other robot in the galaxy like him. So did you really manage to track him down?
He's my next stop, but I was told I'd need your help overcoming his security protocols.
That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them?
Well, I'm gonna tell Hadrian. Actually, they were found by your father, Francois Sanan. He's alive, imprisoned by the UC.
That's not funny. Seriously, how'd you find them?
Hadrian, I want you to listen to me. Your father is alive.
No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive?
They're using him to track down criminals from the colony war.
Oh, they certainly picked an expert, didn't they?
They Victus. Alive after all this time. His use to anyone is irrelevant. He should have been executed for his crimes, as they claim to have done in the first place.
I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Vae Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited.
Look, I'm sorry I even brought it up.
You've got nothing to apologize for. Because the UC, they did a lot of terrible things for that man. But even knowing they did, knowing that they kept him alive all this time, you know what I feel right now? It's hope. I had no one when I was outside the UC. No Red Devils, no family. But that old world, where I was no one and my father mattered, that's gone. Thanks to what you and I have done, I have a place again. A purpose. But it's finally one I can be proud of. You and I, we're getting to change what the UC stands for. So I don't care if Vae Victus is alive or dead. He can rot for all I care. We're the ones who are making the settled systems and the UC better.
So you're really willing to trust the UC after all they've done?
No, but I am willing to try and make them a place we can be proud of. The UC that kept my father alive, that threw me out, those people aren't in charge anymore. And the ones that are, well, they're giving us a chance. It's up to us to do something with it.
You're handling this a lot better than I expected.
I refuse to let that man define my entire life. Not anymore. Because there's nothing we can do about past choices. What we can do is try and make the right ones now. So, let's get back to the business at hand. Now, my father just handing over the information on the research team and Kaiser out of the clear blue, I can't say I trust it. But, if he has something to gain from helping us prevent terramorph attacks, I'm not seeing it. So while you'll absolutely want to be cautious, what would you think about trying to bring back Kaiser?
Why do you think Vae Victus is helping us?
I'm honestly not sure what his endgame might be. Involving himself in preventing terramorph attacks after all the damage he's done? Something doesn't add up. But he clearly understands how valuable it'd be to have Kaiser involved in this endeavor. So, I still think it'd be worth looking into. If you're willing.
I'll track him down.
I think it's the right call. But if Kaiser has been out wandering on his own for all this time, you're gonna need a couple things.
Alright. We'll get moving. Or go that way. Whoops. Spacebar. Oh, I thought that was a fucking... I thought that was a fucking magazine for a minute there. Hi.
What? I know it's here somewhere. Uh-huh. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine?
Wait, are you suggesting I make these repairs myself?
Oh, it's really not that daunting. So long as he's on a planet with some modicum of civilization, you should be able to cobble together most of what he might need. He is on a planet like that. Right?
Freestar territory, wandering a battlefield on a world called Nira.
A battlefield? On Nira? Oh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination #1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any.
Alright. What else can you tell me about Nira?
The Colony War saw a lot of hard fighting, but Nira got it the worst. Everything the Freestar Collective and UC could muster, ground troops, xenoweapons, mechs, was hurled into the fray. Both sides hoped something would decisively turn the tide, but it never did. When the war finally ended, swaths of that world were so devastated they were effectively abandoned. So what Kaiser's doing there of all places, I can only guess at.
Alright. Why is Kaiser so valuable to stopping the Terramorphs?
Kaiser lets us do field work with a level of precision that there's really no other way to accomplish. More than a few of the options we're looking into. Detectors to uncover the Terramorph transmission method, or crafting a targeted biological agent. They require highly specific materials to test against. And asking a group of Marines to accompany us for that kind of work, well, it usually ended up with ruined samples and wounded teammates.
Alright, I'm off to Nira.
And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use as soon as you've got them.
Alright. Alright, let's get out of here. Why are there holding cells here? I was fooled again. Hold on. Fuck me. Alright, let's get back out there. And we shall see where we need to go. It's alright, it's at Narian. I think I scanned everything at Narian. Alright, Nira. One-of-a-kind salvage. Oh shit on my face!
It is impossible to imagine what this looked like before the Colony War. What a waste.
Parduk Pass, Angel Redoubt, Mercenary Base, one-of-a-kind salvage. Hi, turret. They were shooting at me at first. Oh, there's a giant-ass mech. Look at that giant-ass turret. Alright. Where do we need to go? We need to go here. Ow. One-of-a-kind salvage. Oh, that is not a door, like I thought it was. Oh, authorized personnel only, huh? That was a heat leech. What the hell? Hello? Well, hello there. Hello, Gel.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. Name's Jill. Proprietor.
Alright. And what exactly do you and your scrappers do here, Gel?
Turn mechs into money mostly. Plus selling equipment, information, and supplies to any short-term scrappers that want to take a shot at striking it rich out in the fields.
Alright. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Gel. I'm Roy Jensen.
So formal. The pleasure's all mine, my good man. Angelo Alonso, at your service. You can call me Gel. Can I get you started on a tab, then? Or you here to try and make your fortune in the fields? I'm happy to take your credits however you want to hike them over.
What kind of name is one of a kind for a salvage yard?
It's kind of an inside joke. Other than the fact that we're the only place out here, the mechs we harvest, they're primarily from a group known as the 1st Cavalry. Their unit was deployed to break the deadlock on this world during the Colony War. Almost succeeded too, but as you can probably guess, it didn't ultimately work. Left us plenty of scrap to build with though, so we thought it'd be funny to dedicate this place to the folks that made it possible.
Alright. Anything else you know about this 1st Cavalry unit?
So they were pretty widely considered the best damn mech unit in the Freestar Militia. Maybe the galaxy. Their leader? Major Paxton Hull. They say he was some kind of tactical genius. Whole damn war, he always seemed to be just one step ahead of the UC. But all that changed here on Nira. The fighting was brutal, apparently. Between the aliens and the UC defenses, most of the 1st Cav was wiped out. They say Hull snapped, that he couldn't handle the loss of so many good soldiers. When the ceasefire order finally came, he ignored it. Said he was too close to victory. Didn't want his people's lives to be sacrificed for nothing. So they court-martialed Hull and the other survivors of the 1st. Locked them all up. And that was that.
Alright. I'm looking for a robot, man. Goes by Kaiser.
Kaiser? No bot around here with that tag. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least, that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, that machine's been out there a while now, hunting this one siren. His white whale. But it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Maybe he finally got the thing. Or it got him.
Alright. What's a siren?
Nasty kind of alien left behind after the Colony War. Pretty much blind. Original ones brought to Nira were all xeno-weapons. But those critters have long since passed. But they left behind more than enough untrained babies to keep the fields plenty interesting.
Alright. White whale, what are you talking about?
Moby Dick? Old Earth story about one Captain Ahab chasing some big fish that's bound to get him killed? No? We all thought the name was a good fit since our bot friend was so damn busy chasing that siren of his. Quality slate, too. Think I got a copy for sale if you want to give it a look.
Nah, I'm good. Yes, that could be Kaiser.
Well, all right. So, sounds like you've got two options. You can wander around out there, hunting your bot, little old white whale of your very own. Maybe you find him. Maybe you get yourself killed. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here. So if you want to find him a whole lot faster, I'll sell you what I know about this. Kaiser's location. Going rate's a little steep, but I'm willing to negotiate.
Alright. Alright, let's persuade him.
I'm listening.
Alright. Who knows how long it'll be before you get another offer?
In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for.
Fuck. Alright. I know you'd like to help me if you could.
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
Alright. That's what I like to hear.
Maybe we can work something out.
Alright. I know you'd like to help me if you could.
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
Alright. That's what I like to hear.
I'm still willing to talk. Okay. You made your point. I'll give you a discount.
Alright.
Pleasure doing business with you. So, last anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse. Shipwreck about a quarter click down the main strip. One of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Just keep your ears open. You should find your machine. Eyes open too. Sirens and Ecliptic out there, and neither takes prisoners. Oh, and corpse retrieval is not included in this transaction, so now you know. Give Ahab a Kaiser our best.
Alright. Hold on.
In need of materials? Or just here to have a drink and enjoy the views?
Alright, what's Ecliptic?
Ecliptic are the meanest damn soldiers of fortune in the galaxy. Make the Crimson Fleet seem polite by comparison. You stumble across any out there, you back away slowly, or get ready to kill every last one of them.
Alright, what can you tell me about these sirens?
Nasty kind of alien left behind after the Colony War. Pretty much blind. Original ones brought to Nera were all Xeno
these are
weapons,
reused
but they
lines.
left behind more than enough untrained babies.
Alright. Here to make my fortune.
Lots of money to be made on mech scrap if you know where to look. And I just happen to sell a guide that'll show you the best spots to get started. Couple of words of warning, though. As you may have put together, Nera's more dangerous than a cellophane airlock. And it's not just the environment that'll kill you. UC brought Xeno weapons here during the Colony War, and more than a few decided to put down roots. Sirens are the ones you really need to watch out for. You've also got the unauthorized scrappers, Ecliptic being the worst of the bunch. Kill you for looking at them wrong. Luckily, we sell a wide array of problem solvers in various colors and calibers. Any Nera scrapping expedition starts by checking my stock.
Alright. I thought he'd offer a quest, but oh well. I'm not gonna drink this shit.
It's good that something a mess.
Alright, we need to go to the
What does your scanner
Syracuse.
reveal?
What the fuck? I'm just gonna kill him just cuz. He's dead. Another siren right there. Another one there. There's the Syracuse right there. Oh, shit.
So much time and effort into building these ships. and so quickly they come apart in the end.
Biological contaminant detected. Destroy infestation. Biological contamination eliminated. Password required.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Incorrect. Password required.
Ba we gra weep nini bon.
Incorrect. Password required.
Alright, I'm done being silly. No spelly mechanis.
Voice controls unlocked. Attempting to resume. Attempting to. Error. Power level insufficient. Battery required. Type microcell. Inquire at salvage yard.
Alright, find a microcell.
Perhaps it was nothing.
Holy shit, you take a lot of bullets. Oh, I think he's dead. Someone's dead over there. Alright. Hey, y'all.
This place used to be a repair facility for mechs back during the war. Now we butcher them for fun and profit. Joe says you're alright.
Alright. What up, Gel? Got potatoes here, man.
Finest supplies on the planet. Also, only supplies on the planet.
Hey, I was told you might have a microcell.
Ah, so that's where your machine's been. Ran out of juice. Heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little stowaways are everywhere on this rock. Suck the power out of a pen light if you let them. But a microcell... That's military-grade tech. I think we might have one, but I can promise you, it's not gonna be cheap. You could probably Frankenstein one together using our fabrication system here, but only if you had some quality schematics. So, I just brace for a little sticker shock.
Alright. You said you said you've got the tools to make microcells here?
Wouldn't have lasted real long here, doing what we do without a top-notch fabrication system. So long as you've got the specs, it should be able to handle making you a microcell. But finding materials up to the task, you're likely going to be sifting through quite a few mech hulks out there to find what you need. Though, if you think you can actually manage something like that, I'm willing to make you a deal. I'll point you towards the juiciest harvest sites. Spots where you should be able to find quality parts. But in return, any excess materials you collect, you sell to me, all right? Save us from risking our necks on another run out there. What do you say?
Okay. Will I actually be able to find what I need to build a microcell out there?
I can't give you a guarantee, but a couple of mech types use microcells to power non-critical systems, running lights, radar, that sort of stuff. All the intact microcells will be long gone, too valuable. But the parts to make one, much better chance those are still lying around. So what do you say? Sell me what you don't need, and I'll tell you where to look.
Oh, you got yourself a deal.
Then let me just mark those collection points. Watch yourself out there.
Alright. I'm gonna make one. I think that'll be much better, to be honest with you. Oh. Spacebar. Holy shit! Oh, there's another one! Oh. Frightened the fuck out of me, those two did when I spawned right next to him. Oh, here comes another one! Ow. That kinda hurt. Alright, he's dead. Angel readout. Harduck Pass. Alright, we have what we need. Industrial workbench allows you to create basic manufactured components, which can be used for building structures and shit. Alright. Microcell. Craft. Yes, confirm. Alright. Hey, I'm gonna sell you my shit, man.
Don't forget, whatever else you find, and what can I do for you?
Alright, what's a heat leech?
I'm sure you've seen them. They're everywhere. Little worms that nest on electronics or sneak into ship engines and suck the juice from them. Big ports like New Atlantis usually have someone whose job it is to pull them out of docked ships. But since it's just us here, the little bastards have pretty much free reign outside the salvage yard.
Alright. Here, I'm gonna sell you shit.
All legal.
Alright, let me sell you the shit that I brought here. Yeah, so that's a drilling rig. You can have that. Oh, I'm buying. Here, sell. There. What do I want to sell them? You can have that. Have that. Take that. Take that. Take that. Stimulants, huh? There, take that. Some pigment. Can sell from the frontier if I wanted to. Oh yeah, here you can have that. Have that. Have that. Have that. Take the... Oh yeah, sell that shit. Sell the fucking coffee bags. Gold. There we go. I wanted to get my commerce thing up. Alright, thank you, sir.
Don't get a load of visitors coming through.
Alright, let's go back to Kaiser. Alright, Kaiser.
Battery accepted. Operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside.
Hold on. Mission, what are you talking about?
Weapon disarmament. High risk. So I will ask you to stand aside.
What were those creatures you had me remove?
Heat leeches. Energy siphoning pests. Nested as I reset from my last altercation. Good to have them gone at long last.
Alright. Your mission just got superseded. Major Hadrian Senon wants you back.
Major Sanon will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place.
Alright, tell me about this mission first.
My mission is the disarmament of Unit XW-99. Designation, Siren. Nearest final active Xeno weapon, 99 has proven a far more formidable adversary than its peers. Will you aid me with disarmament?
We're going to disarm a Xeno weapon? So I'll be helping you? What? Kill some alien?
Correct. Unit 99 is a siren, a deadly biological specimen deployed to Nira during the Colony War. Engineered for combat efficiency, execution of said specimens is the standard method of xenoweapon disarmament.
Alright. Killing is the standard disarmament method, meaning there are other methods aside from killing?
Technically, yes. All xenoweapons have a control interface, which allows them to be given orders. If Unit 99 were to be subdued, I could wipe its interface. This would prevent Unit 99 from ever being used as a weapon again. That would be technically sufficient for the parameters of my mission. However, it is my personal assessment that Nero would be better off with Unit 99 terminated.
Okay. Alright, what can you tell me about Unit 99?
Species designation, Secusa lantanus. Top speed, 78 kilometers per hour. Confirmed kills, 107.
Okay. But aren't there lots of these siren things running around? Why is killing this one so important?
During the Colony War, handling of Unit 99 and its peers were among my personal duties. Deploy Unit 99. Defend Unit 99 against hostile forces. But above all, ensure Unit 99 was never used against non-combatants. When I was separated from the Xeno-Warfare team with the Armistice, Unit 99 and its broodmates remained here, causing many non-combatant deaths. So I am here to correct my mistake. I have nearly succeeded in disarming their brood. Only Unit 99 remains.
Okay. If that's the only way I can get you to... Oh, let's move out.
Follow me.
If he wants this thing dead, we'll kill it. I mean, it's not a human.
Mind your step. As you have dealt with this region can be hazardous to organics.
The asshole I was shooting at earlier. Come here, you. Got him. Oh, where are you going, Captain? Ahab, come here. Or Kaiser, whatever the fuck you want to be known as. What?
Unit 99 is on the other side of that reach, but it appears to be under the control of hostile forces. Sensors suggest Ecliptic, a mercenary company like Ecliptic, would only want Unit 99 to utilize it as a weapon. This means Unit 99 must be disarmed immediately. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the outpost. No quarter given. Do you concur?
Alright. How can this Ecliptic group use Unit 99 as a weapon?
If these mercenaries were able to decipher a method to access Unit 99's control interface, it would allow them to deploy the weapon. This must be prevented at all costs.
Alright. Frontal assault sounds good to me. Let's go clean house.
Simple and straightforward. A good choice.
Moving out. Search protocols triggered. Beginning the scan.
Oh, I got contusions now.
Systems suggest hostiles in area.
There's Unit 99. Dead. Alright, now we gotta clear this place the fuck out. Reload, buddy. He's dead. Alright. They're all dead. Here, we gotta... We'll talk to Kaiser in a bit. We need to loot the place first. Here, open this ammo crate up. Alright. Ruh-roh. Ah, fuck me. Alright. There we go. Alright. Alright, and... there we go! Alright, open this up now. Oh, I don't have any more digipicks! You gotta be fucking joking! Well, that sucks. There's not even any in here. What about the other guys? Do they have any that I can loot off them? Commandant over there is dead. Another dead dude here. Got an ecliptic communique. I think I've already listened to them though. I think.
Unit 99 service is now complete. Mine, however, continues. Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? Major Sinan is involved.
Alright. Alright, Hadrian and I want your help in preventing a possible plague of terramorph attacks.
A plague of terramorph attacks. That is disconcerting. You are docked at one of a kind. I will meet you there.
Alright, return to Red Devil's HQ.
Things seems to be where we left it.
Locked in and ready for liftoff.
Well, let's roll. Let's lift off.
Dust off complete.
Orbit achieved.
Okay. Let's get rolling.
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
Alright. Let's do what we can do and get inside the facility. And here's Kaiser.
I can't believe it.
Major Sinan, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there was a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion. Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinium. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with. So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option. But what if we could let something else do the work for us? Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
Alright. Let's see what they're thinking. What are you thinking?
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees?
Yeah, I remember.
Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected. We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively.
Alright, could Asylees really clean up whole worlds like you're describing?
All our data suggests so. Asylees, they're impressive hunters. The few tests we've been able to run, well, they more than got the job done. They're also shockingly adaptable. The data suggests they're able to thrive just about anywhere, and we plan to selectively breed them so they can hunt terramorphs wherever they're hiding. Which is important, because we did some cross-referencing in the terramorph data. On worlds where Aseles were present, Terramorphs weren't. This suggests that however it is Terramorphs are getting onto our worlds, Aseles are somehow cleaning that up as well. These creatures are good at what they do.
Okay. Are these Aseles things dangerous?
If you pick a fight with one, or you're a Terramorph, sure. But Aseles were already spread across the galaxy once before during the Colony War. As livestock. They're far less of a danger than the one we're proposing to clean up.
Huh. Sounds like it could actually work.
I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the Terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with Terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Aseles.
What kind of risks are there with this microbe?
Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up Terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie.
Alright. And who exactly is going to be doing all this work, dispersing the microbe or the Aseles?
Well, that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will actually be picking up a fair bit of it. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before we've made a decision on which route we're taking.
Then let's discuss how we make these plans a reality.
Well, so that's tricky. Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Aseles gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinian.
Are we even allowed on Londinian?
It's certainly not encouraged, but the UC's given their sign-off for this excursion. This trip is all above board.
Okay. Londinian had an Aseles population?
It was the central hub for Aseles processing during the Colony War. But, and this part's exciting, the Terramorph data suggests Aseles were first found there. The planet it's on, Toliman 2, was their homeworld. Meaning, there's a very good chance their prey, the Terramorphs, came from that same world. Which would also explain why no one ever suspected that planet as the Terramorph source world. The Aseles were too damn effective at cleaning them up. Additionally, it explains why once the Aseles were gone, the outbreak there was so catastrophic. Londinian could very well be where the Terramorph saga began. And the key to its end.
Okay. The planet overrun by Terramorphs? Isn't that suicide?
It's dangerous, yes. But Kaiser, Percival, and I, we've trained for this. And you're not so green yourself. And the last thing I want right now is for the UC to stick us with some gung-ho jarhead who's gonna put us and the mission at risk. Captain, you're the reason we're all here right now. You're the person I think can help us finish it. Will you join us on this?
Well, let's not waste any more time. Londinian, here we come.
Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous with you there. But you need to know, Londinian, it belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Always. Okay, well. Well, we'll end up with a nice shot of this Cecily's right here. Look at that big motherfucker. Alright, everyone, well, we will end it here. Thank you all for watching this episode, and yeah, I will now yield the floor. Bye!